Yo, what's up guys? I just want to make a quick video regarding the new fishing event. So welcome returning players and veteran players alike. We are going to be diving into this real quick. Absolutely recommend doing this event because, well, the rewards are just really good. Let's start off by saying that the costume and the experience you get from this stuff is just really good. You can find all this information on the event page, which I will link in the description. But just testing all the damage and everything, it's really worth it for leveling players because the experience is really good and the damage is super good. All right. Any case, the first thing you're gonna want to do is head over to this fisherman, if you will. Create your fishing rod. It's very easy. It only takes a few items, really. It's just one iron, one cobweb, and one barren trunk. You can get all this stuff pretty easily. I mean, you can find information for that. I mean, if you're at the point in the game where you know how to get items, make sure you just go and do that. And then what you're gonna do is click on the fishy donkey. All right. And what we're gonna be doing to make this easy, fast, and efficient is following this list. So you're going to start off in Bialan, Niflheim, Glacium, Komodo, and just work your way down the list. It's going to make things a lot easier. The only baits you're going to need are nippers, squid ink, tentacles, and insect peelings. That's all you're going to need. Oh, plus meat. Okay, so 5 items: meat, nippers, squid ink, tentacles, and insect peelings. That's all you're gonna need. And I recommend do this a few times and try to memorize everything. That's what's gonna make this process fast without looking at information. So memorizing everything is really good. All right, let's go to Bialan. I'm gonna show you how to get these items real quick before we even start. So let's head over to Bialan. The first place you're ever going to do your fishing is over here. And you can farm all the items very, very quickly in here. So let's go in and go in here and get these items real quick. Head on over to the second floor. Oh, actually, you know what's really good is that you get AGI and Blessing from that. So it's really, really nice to have that. But you're gonna farm Vadons, but not over here. Let's go to the second floor. That's where the majority of them are. Run over there real quick. Andale, andale, andale. All right, once you're here on the second floor, you'll notice immediately that there's so many of these things. So just kill them, grab their nipper, grab the garnet. Actually, you just need to grab the nippers. And you're gonna kill kukris. So over here, you're gonna kill kukris and Vadons, okay? This is what you want to be killing, because they drop the insect peelings and they drop the nippers. So kukris and Vadons. There's also hydras you can kill because you do need the tentacles. They also have a pretty high chance of dropping meat, but I don't recommend farming these. You're gonna get way too many tentacles. You don't need a surplus of tentacles. So I recommend in this floor just kill the Vadons and the kukris. That's it. You don't need to kill the hydras because the meat drop rate is kind of low, but that's up to you. You can hunt them. Meat is very easy to get from Prontera, so you can just go there and get your meat. But on this floor, just the Vadons and the kukris. All right, and the next floor, you can hunt all your squid ink. So just head on to the next floor, grab your squid ink. The only mob you need to kill in here is the Mars. So you just kill Mars for the squid ink. And that's pretty much it over here. Just farm them. You can get your meat from the Prontera meat merchant, which I'll show you where that is. That's it. You just farm that. Those 2 floors get that. Let's go get the meat in Prontera. You can get there however you want. I'm just gonna take the Eden teleporter. I'm just gonna take the Eden teleporter to get there. Really nice to have the AGI and Blessing. Not gonna lie. Yeah, just take there. Warp to Prontera. If you have a mount, you can buy yourself a mount from the cash shop for $1.50, but that's totally optional. Yeah, just run on over to the left. Look for the meat merchant. He is located right here in Prontera. Just buy your meat from him. He sells all your meat. That's all you need to know. All right, so now once you have your meat and all your baits ready, you're gonna follow that list I told you about earlier. Oh, and make sure you have a lot of butterfly wings. You're gonna need a lot of butterfly wings for this. That is numero uno. So just buy 100 at a time. All right, so first place you're gonna go to is Billan. Like I said earlier, follow this list. So we're going to Billan. Hopefully we're able to catch a fish. So Billan is where you're gonna use all your squid ink. So this is the squid ink spot. The 3 places here is squid ink only. This is the best place to farm because you have a chance of catching a giant octopus over here. And I think I got one. Yeah, so perfect. So pull the line. Trying to escape is the second option. Closer and closer is the third option. Pull the line. Well, escape is second option. Pull the line. Escape. Closer and closer is third option. Closer and closer is third option. And trying to escape is the second option. Closer and closer is the third. Escape second. Escape second. Tightly is first. I strongly recommend remembering this, okay? This is what's going to make your experience at fishing much faster. All right, escape, escape, escape. You can miss a few of them, but I recommend don't miss too many. Trying to escape, closer and closer, trying to escape. Escape is number 2, closer and closer is number 3, closer and closer is number 3. Hold the line is number 1. Closer and closer is number 3. Trying to escape is number 2. Trying to escape is number 2. This takes really long because this is a giant octopus and he gives you 30 blue whales. Trying to escape number 2. Trying to escape number 2. Closer and closer number 3. Closer and closer number 3. Trying to escape number 2. Hold the line tightly. Trying to escape. Trying to escape. Hold the line tightly. Closer and closer. All right, should be done here in a second. All right. La-di-da-di-da. Trying to escape. Boom, giant squid. When you get a giant squid, you get 30 blue whales, which is probably the best thing you can do. That's why coming here, you can actually just come here only if you want. Just come here every 30 minutes to save some time. That's what you want to do. Come here and use squid ink, and that'll make your experience, I don't know, a little easier. So you can literally just come here, but getting a giant octopus is kind of rare, so keep that in mind. All right, you just collect all 3 spots really quickly. You don't need to do anything special. Just click, use a fishing rod. For the beginning part, you don't need to do anything special. Hit the squid ink and just spam enter. Spam enter for the beginning of every fish. Doesn't matter. Because that just makes the process much faster. Then butterfly wing back, and you're going to repeat this process throughout the whole time. And let me just go through this list real quick about the baits and which baits is what. So when you go to the donkey, right? Niflheim. Niflheim is always going to be meat, okay? Meat. Glasshelm, always meat. Komodo is another special one. Komodo is going to use nippers and meat for the last one. We'll do a quick run through of that. Islud is always your fresh fish. Hugel is always nippers. Iotha is always meat, except for the last one is a giant squid or something like that. And the giant squid is going to be ink. We'll go do an example of that. Alberta, which we're at right now, is always going to be your tentacles, and Prontera is always going to be your like bugs, whatever that thing is called, your insect peeling. Let's go through the list one more time to make sure. Billan is always squid ink, right? To get the 30 blue wells. So squid ink for Billan. Niflheim, always meat. Oh, let me click on this guy again. So Billan is always squid ink. Niflheim is always going to be meat. Glasshelm is always going to be meat. Komodo is always going to be nippers. Where are my nippers at? Where are my nippers? Oh, sorry. Yeah, my nippers. And Islude is always going to be your fresh fish that you catch, which are over here in this area, the fresh fish. Hugo, always going to be your nippers. Iotha is your meat until the last one. You're going to want to use a squid ink to catch the giant squid, which we'll go over. And that's it. And Alberta is your tentacles for bait. And Prontera is your insect peelings. All right, so let's go over the Komodo example, okay? So when you go to Komodo, you're going to use meat. Sorry, no, nippers. So for the first two, you're going to use nippers, right? So let's just pop a nipper, spam it real quick, no big deal. All right, nothing. Just run around to the side over here. So the Komodo route, just run around and go over, come down. I should have popped AGI and Blessing, which we will do in a second. So come to the second one, use a nipper. Probably won't get anything. Yep, fresh fish. And then on the third one over here, you use a meat. When you use a meat, you have a very high chance of catching a shark. Fishy rat. All right, let's use your meat. And nothing. But anyway, as you can see, that's all you need to do. Very simple. Just do that over and over again. Make sure you remember the order. All the information you can find online, I'll put links in the description to that stuff. But that's pretty much it for fishing. You just rinse and repeat. You just make sure you go and stick through the donkey list. Like, just go down the line, okay? Go down the line. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So here, I'll link those stuff in the description. But yeah, please enjoy. Get your gear. The turn-ins are pretty good. For certain fish, that information will be linked down in the description. All right, well, see you guys later in the next one.